And firstly, so you guys big football fans?
Yes.
Yes.
Man U?
Yeah, Man U.
Yeah,
Man U.
Yeah, Man U.
Yeah.
All life? Everything?
It's always been there. I have to be bipartisan because I'm an old-fashioned Dundee supporter, but also a Dundee United supporter. So I'm a bit across the board on
I
those two.
see. Oh, that works in well, though, doesn't it, with at Busby?
Yeah.
So is that what attracted you to the script?
No, what attracted me to the script was the story. The story of perseverance and belief and vision.
Brings me on to my next question nicely. Do you have any experiences in your own past to do with belief? Any sort of situations where you were in the same sort of situation as Georgie?
Oh yeah.
Obstacles,
Yeah.
choices?
When I was a kid, I had a few teachers who realised that I was in the wrong place, but there was nothing I could do about it because that was the school I was in, and they facilitated me in a way that allowed me to get a job in the theatre, and I'll always be grateful to them. And it's the ongoing thing. There's a guy called George Hackett, there's a guy called Bill Dewar, and there were two guys who, without them, I don't think I would have been able to kickstart my whole beginning of my career. And then subsequently, you're constantly meeting great mentor figures. And I believe in great mentoring, And I think it goes from generation to generation. That's the thing about Matt, Lindsay Anderson was a great mentor to me, So I think that's something one is caught, one is part of a system of that.
My belief is my father, he passed it on to me. My mother, she passed it on to me. That's my belief. That's how lucky I was.
So people are obviously...
Well, my dad was the same, but unfortunately he died when I was 8.5, but I knew he was like that because he used to take care of his community.
Yeah, I actually did a bit of a Wikipediaing before I came here and discovered that fact. And the father figure seems to be quite a prominent theme in this, especially. Like, Georgie sort of seems to be in need of a father figure, and so you sort of stepped up to that. So Matt Busby. And so do you think that you needed that when you were younger?
Very much so.
And you just had role figures to do that?
I did, you need them because you need to understand, what it's like for being a young boy in a certain kind of world. And you need every help you can with that because it's, you don't know what the provenance is, And this is the story that, Sandy tells. He tells this wonderful story about George Best, that, and his dad recognizing how important family was and environment was, and the fact that, that had to be all put into the picture of a lad's career and a lad's development. And it's, it shows a man of rare vision and a sense of totality,
Yeah. Yeah.
And was there anything that you were pushed to do to further your career? Like Georgie had to sort of thieve a bit, doesn't he? Well, he didn't have to, but anything wild that you had to do?
My father was very easygoing, if you like to say. Don't get me wrong. If I stood out of the line, I was in trouble, but he was very easygoing, my dad. I tried to be a footballer myself, and he kept on saying, well, just keep on trying your best, do your best. And that was the way my dad used to say to all the grandkids, myself, and, just do your best. Whatever you do your best. And
with the kids, what was it like working with kids? Good fun?
The kids were fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean, Jack, he was amazing because he was really only interested in the football.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he didn't realise that, he discovered that he is quite an extraordinary actor. Yeah. But that wasn't his raison d'etre. His raison d'etre was, it gives me a chance to let certain people see me play footy.
Yeah,
but he's a brilliant footballer, but he's a hell of an actor.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it quite hard to sort of control them a little bit? How responsive were they in acting?
Children are the best actors. They don't have any of the crap that actors have, They don't have to over-prepare. They don't...
Innocence and sort of...
But they just have an immediacy. They just come to them. And that's, you see, I think that's what Matt understood. I think that's what your dad understood, that it's that immediacy, it's that sense of being present in the moment. And children have that. They have that so that they're untainted in that way. And I think that child actors have it too. The best child actors, even just children generally, because children are acting all the time, you know. They have it, and Jack has it in bucket loads, you know.
How do they source them? How do they source the kids? Like, where do they get them from?
Well, they went through a whole process, and we had a wonderful guy called Danny Shineman, who really has to be given a lot of credit for this movie, because Danny did an incredible job with these kids. He stimulated their imaginations. He did workshops with them, and he had them under. And he was, you know, he was a bit Surmat-like, actually. Fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic. I watched him with the kids, and my hat, you know, I tip it to him constantly. He was a fantastic contribution to the movie. Absolutely.
And are Man U still continuing with all the supportive of the juniors and the Junior Cup and things?
Manchester United?
Yeah.
They've got down now to, if you're talking about young boys coming through, they've got down to, I know a young lad who's 7, and I won't be here to see him, but I'm sure he's going to be a great player. Now, he is, the Carrington, which is the big place for training, etc., and fetching young kids along, and no, they're working very hard, very hard. All the clubs are now. They're all after young boys. Even, you know, when they see them kicking around in the playground, cool, we'll try them.
And I do think it's the future of English football.
Yeah, definitely.
It really is, and it's so necessary. It's so vital.
Definitely.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you. Thank you.